Hello, everybody, and welcome to Understanding Spirit. Today, I want to talk to you about doing a powerful affirmation. A lot of people will do affirmations, they'll have vision boards. I want to sort of clarify the best way to go about doing this. When we skim on the surface by just saying things like, I am powerful, I am lovely, I am beautiful, I am amazing, whatever it is that you want to affirm to yourself, you are really only touching the surface of who you really are. All right. And to get a positive outcome from your affirmation, you must go a little bit deeper. All right. And connecting with your higher self. All right. That is connected to a divine source, which gives us all the wonderful things in life. And we, however, with our own disbelief and doubt within ourselves, we reject things, or sometimes people make us feel like we are not worthy, and we carry a lot of baggage then for ourselves. So when you're writing an affirmation, of course, you can have vision boards and everything. That's all great. It's all a positive reminder of who you are, where you want to get to, which is all fantastic, all right? When you start to write out your affirmations, the first thing is to write what you want. So make a list of all the changes you want to make in your life, and then put them in a form where it always starts with I am. Okay, so you go to the root of who you are, and the root of who you are is pure perfection. As spirit, we are perfect. We are part of a divine source. Whatever resonates with you is fine. That's your journey. So you start off with a belief in what you want for yourself, okay? So you might say something like, I want to be able to speak my mind. And then you'll follow it up with, I am expressive. So you set the intention within yourself of what you want for yourself, and then you start a positive affirmation starting with I am. Okay. Now, some for psychic abilities could be, I am always guided on the best path for myself. I am developing my psychic skills gently and safely. It could be, I am always open to messages from spirit. So always remember to use the positive affirmations, you know, whenever you start something, whether it's a project, or even if you're going to deal with a difficult situation with family or even friends, or potentially you may want to go and ask for a pay rise or something like that, and you can constantly affirm these things to yourself and give yourself the confidence and the ability to go forward. I'm hoping that you can see me and hear me clearly, because on my end it's kind of going a bit in and out. And also create you create a new reality for yourself. All right. Now, it doesn't, with an affirmation, you're not going to be able to just change your life all of a sudden. You know, so you want to acknowledge the current reality of your beliefs and your situation, okay? and also accept that you're growing and you're evolving and you're learning how to deal with something. You know, we have to remember, even though we're doing affirmations, we have to remember that we're also here to learn lessons. You know, we have soul lessons, we have karmic lessons to work through. So always be gentle with yourself and remind yourself that everything that's coming to you, don't look at it as a negative, as hard as it is to flip it. And I know I get dealt with things every day, just like everybody else. Just find something positive of what has happened on that day, all right, or during that situation, and just focus on that. And if you've managed to get through, you know, a difficult situation, then, you know, give yourself a pat on the back and say, I dealt with that really well. I'm proud of myself. You know, I am perfectly capable of doing this. All right. So you're affirming, you're evolving, right? And you are constantly connected with the highest part of yourself. All right. When you do that, things change, things shift. All right. So we've got to take our affirmations out of the ego thinking and put it into the higher self box and acknowledge that we are constantly a work in progress. And you'll see that everything's at a different pace for everybody. You can't judge or compare yourself to anybody else. It really is the worst thing, I think, that, you know, you can do for yourself. So when you're acknowledging, you know, any difficulties that you're having, you just say to yourself, I am constantly evolving and receiving guidance from my higher self through a higher source. And just no matter what comes your way, just breathe through it as best you can and just constantly affirm to yourself that you are doing well. You are learning, you're evolving. Okay. Now, what I want to give you today is a quick meditation, which was given to me by my guide, which is a dialogue with your higher self. And you can, each time you do it, you can do it a little bit differently, different questions, whatever. You can also ask your higher self what your ego name is and just see what you get and what your higher self's name is. When my guide gave me this and I did it for the first time, I heard that my ego name was Priscilla, and I was like, really? Why? Because all I got was the Aussie movie Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. And my higher self said to me, because you love getting dressed up, you love your blingy earrings and your blingy shoes and everything, and getting your hair done. I thought, yeah, that makes sense with my ego. I can accept that. And then when I asked what my higher self name was, I got Miriam. And I asked why, and I got told it's a version of Mary, just another version of, or I think it all derives from Maria anyway, but it's like Mary, Marianne, Miriam. Yeah, so I was like, okay, I can deal with that. So sometimes, you know, my friends who know that my ego's name is Priscilla, they'll say to me, come on, Priscilla, let's go, if I'm spending too long in a shop or whatever. So we have a bit of a fun with it, and even when I'm teaching development, you know. So as usual, I'm just going to get you, you'll do it at a much slower pace for yourself, all right? But today I'm just going to talk you through it faster. I have had feedback on this where people have said to me, with all the meditations and that I've done through understanding spirit, that they do need to sort of like, they get all the information and then they slow it down when they're doing it on their own. They listen to it a few times and then it is working for them when they're not rushed. Okay, so my job today is really to just give it to you, give you all the information and how to go about doing it, and then you do it at your own pace. Okay, so as usual, I'll get you to just quickly close your eyes, relax in your seat, And just quickly put a bubble of white light wrapping around you from head to toe, and a bubble of white light around you. And you will breathe into the count of 4 and hold to the count of 4 and breathe out to the count of 4. Breathe into the count of 4, hold to the count of 4, breathe out to the count of 4. Breathe into the count of 4, hold to the count of 4, and breathe out to the count of 4. Breathe into the count of 4, hold to the count of 4, and breathe out to the count of 4. We're going to now set our intention with our higher self that we want to receive guidance. Okay, so when you're doing that, I want you to speak to yourself in the third person. So I want you to use your name. So I will be saying, this is what I want you to say to yourself, but I'll be using my name. You will say it 3 times when you're doing the meditation. So I would be saying, Mary, I am ready to connect with my higher self and receive knowledge for my best and highest good. So you say that to yourself 3 times. And then you proceed to go into continuing to speak to yourself in the third person and asking yourself questions. So you would still start with your Christian name. So I'll be saying, Mary, what is my higher purpose? Waiting for a response. Mary, how can I help my sick relative? You name them. And just sort of relax further into your seat. See your higher self approaching you, okay? So your higher self may be a version of yourself, and how you look. You may look similar to how you look in this life with this body. You may look completely different, all right? Don't judge what you receive. That's your higher self presenting to you the way that you need to. All right. And you see yourself in light, you're smiling, you're happy. All right. Allow the messages to come through, see, sense, or feel your messages. Remember, the person you're seeing is your higher self. The voice you're hearing is from your higher self. And when you finish, you thank your higher self for the wisdom and knowledge you've received, and then you open your eyes. Okay, and you're done. So that's a lot to take in. Slow it all down, and remember, smile at everyone, be happy, put great energy out into the world. It's infectious. People will smile back and pass it on. All right, let's keep that positive energy going in the world today. It's very, very important. We all lift each other. Remember, we're all teachers and students at the same time. Okay, everybody have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you in Understanding Spirit next week. And thank you for joining me on A1 Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV.